Hello and welcome to another episode of the Ginger Fisherman. You might be getting bored of seeing me after Barbel and chub now, but I'm back again. It's because I know that the end of the season's coming, so I really want to get some river fishing done. So that's what you guys are going to see. I'm out again today. It seems like every time I come out, I seem to rig myself up ever so slightly different every time. Anyway, let's say I'm after Barbel and chub. What I'll do is I'll show you my rig, what I've gone with today, and I'll talk through the reasons of why I've picked that rig, and then hopefully we'll get a fish. So the rig I'm using today, that's pretty much all my river fishing goes, using a free running ledger rig, but where recently I've been using a bomb or link ledgered shots. Today I'm going to be using a cage feeder, because last time the current was very strong and I noticed that when I was trying to feed I was getting a quick succession of knocks on the rod tip as I chucked the feed in, so that meant that it was going through the swim and then it was all of a sudden stopping. I don't think it was because the fish had finished feeding on that particular set of feed. I think it was actually because it had been swept down through the swim. I think the current was that strong last time that it was pulling the feed so fast down the swim. This time the water level has come down quite a bit. We haven't had any rain in probably a week, so it meant it's given it a chance to come down. But what I've done anyway is, just in case I have that problem, gone for the cage feeder. What I'm going to do is I've soaked up pellets, I've soaked up some 4mm and 8mm, a bit similar to what I did last time. This time I'm going to pack them into the feeder with a hook length of about 2 foot, and on there I've got a pellet and a worm. The worm's on there because with the water level being high for a lot of the time recently, natural baits will have been washed into the water and they might just be tempted by that wiggly worm on there. It's just on there as a safety, just in case they're not tempted by the pellet. So what I'm going to do is now pack this feed up and I'll get it cast out. Whoa! I've got one on! How fast was that? Whoa! Feels like a barbel as well. As you saw, I literally just dropped it in and I glanced over at the rod with the dead bait on, which I might pull out if this fight takes longer than a couple of minutes. Oh Jesus Christ. I hope I'm not a Loch Ness monster like I did last time. Otherwise I'll never land it. And I've got definitely feels like a barbel. Although it could be that big fish I lost last time. You never know. Like a freight train. Saying that's barbel to a T, isn't it? You know what? This feels just like a big heavy fish. It doesn't. It don't feel like a barbel. It's just solid. It's using its weight. I might stand up and see if I can see it because the water's a little bit clearer. There we go, it's swimming downriver again, but it doesn't. It feels like it could be that big fish I lost last time. Let's see if I can get a different angle on it, bear with me. I'd actually travelled under a snag down there. I think I might go off camera for a little bit because it's a bit easier playing it when I'm actually walking further down. Oh yeah, it's come off. Yeah, it gone into a snag, unfortunately. Did it break me? Yeah, it took the hook. I actually did see that fish. It was a very, very big barbel. Bastard. Never mind, that's what fishing's all about. No point in getting disheartened. Like, what I'll do is quickly put a hook back on and I'll get back out. Yeah, it was probably a barbel around the £10 mark, which is kind of what I'm after. It's a very quick take, so anything can happen. Got the rest of the session to go yet. Oh, bloody hell. There's a very strong knock just then. Actually pulled the butt end of the rod, I felt it. Yes! That feels like a chub. Oh, nope. There were very vivid head shakes this then. Oh. Yeah, it feels strong. Maybe not a chub. Oh, whatever it is, it's come off already. It's not my lucky day. Hopefully third time's a charm. I'll just turn it a little bit. Got a fish on. Feels like a snag now. Let's give it a bit of slack. Sometimes if you think a fish is going to a snag, if you give them a little bit of slack line, if they're still hooked, sometimes they'll swim back out. Oh. And it's done it. It's a kind of magic. It's a kind of magic. You watch, it'll be a new PB. £12 chub. It is a chub though, probably about, I don't know, oops, £2 or £3. Not the biggest fish in the world, but hey, yeah, more than welcome. Seeing as how all I've had so far is 2 barbel that I've lost. Ooh, it's a little bit bigger than I thought. Oh yes, it's a right old chunk. Oh wow, definitely a bit bigger than I thought. It's probably not far off £5. Oh, calm down dear, calm down dear. Let's take the hook out, it's right in the lip. Oh, you said calm down dear, calm down. There he is. Right old warrior. Really heavy fish. Probably not far off £5. It's definitely over the £4 mark. And what a beautiful specimen that was taken on pellet and worm. And I'm open for barbel. I've lost 2 so far. But as I say, chub are more than welcome, and especially one of this size. And looks like a real old warrior of the river. And a right old chunk, and I'll slip him back. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Ginger Fisherman. Now, this is actually part 2 of a barbel session I did the other day. As you just saw seconds ago. I've rigged up a little bit different. The water levels come up slightly. It's got a lot more colour in it. And I really want to get one of these barbel out, or a couple of them out before the end of the season, and hopefully a 10-pounder. I think that they're obviously bulked up, ready for spawning time, and they're fighting fit. So I've upped
my tackle ever so slightly. I was using a hybrid feeder rod before. It's a fantastic rod, 12 foot, perfect for the river, but it is very soft, and that was loaded up with a 6 pound line to complement the rod. But what that meant was that when the water gets up like it is today, it's a little bit more difficult to get control over the fish. If they are swimming downstream, you can't get as much backbone behind them. It's difficult to turn the head. So even though I did really well on this setup, in November when I had them 5 barbel out, I don't think I lost 1 barbel. I decided to scrap that idea, and what I've gone with is, I'll just show you. Some of you may think I'm a little bit crazy because it's still quite a light setup, but it's actually almost half the size in rod length. On rivers you normally fish your rod insanely high, quite a long rod to keep it out of the way of the flow so you don't get as much debris on the line. But I know there isn't much debris coming down, so I've gone for a smaller rod. It's a 7 foot. It's actually a spinning rod, which may make me sound a bit noddy, but I tried just going out with a bit of stalking with a spinning rod in the summertime with the same setup really. 8 pound line, let's say 7 foot, 10 to 30 gram, light spinning rod. I went out of it in the summertime, hooked into a barbel when I was stalking. It was probably a barbel of only about 5 or 6 pound, and I had it subdued into the net in seconds. You could just get so much power behind it with this rod, but yeah, again, it has the flexibility to be able to cushion the head shakes that the barbel gives you. So I've decided to come down with this setup. I say 8 pound line instead of 6 that I have been using. The river's up, the barbel are big and fat, and I think they're hungry. They're going to be ready for spawning over the next month. The end of the season is only a week away, so what I'm going to do is get this feeder packed up with the mince and pellets I've mixed up, and then I'm going to get cast out, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get a barbel or 2, and you never know, I may even be lucky enough to get that double figure I've been searching for. Looked into a fish, as you could probably tell. Definitely give it a little bit more backbone then. Using that light feeder setup I used before. It doesn't look... Tip flew round. I'm into what feels like a barbel. And I thought it'd come off. I thought it'd come off. There's a big ball of weed on my hook coming to the top. So I just went to lift it up out of water and realised barbel was hanging underneath it. I could have netted it then, never mind. And he's in the net, let's take a look at him. Fantastic. There he is, clonking great fish. I haven't bought any scales with me, which is a bit stupid because I'm after a 10 pounder. And if I get one, how can I weigh it? This fish can't be far off. It's got a mark on its tail, so I don't think it's a fish I've caught before. I don't recognise it. It's a beautiful specimen, probably around the 8 to 9 pound mark. Absolutely fantastic. Look at the size of those fins. I'm going to get him back very quickly, and we'll see if we can get another fish. It's an absolute beauty, and I hope I got the fire on camera. It played fantastically on the spinning setup. I mean, I subdued it very quickly for the size of the fish. I think I might stick to this setup for my barbel fishing, and before the end of the season I might try and get another quick couple of sessions in on different areas and see if I can get that bigger, because that setup certainly did the business. Look at that fish. Let's get him back. Oh, and it's snowing quite a lot now. it's free running rig. I always use it on the river. You're going to get smudges. I normally alternate between feeder and bomb, depending on how the fish are behaving. I'll always start off with a feeder to get the bait down there and get the bait on the bottom and get them feeding. And then later on in the session, where they become a bit more spaced out, the fish, and let's say I've caught one or two and they've got a bit spooked, I change onto a smaller bomb because the feed's already been down there and I'm just trying to pick up a shy bite off one of those barbel. So what I'll do is, like today, run straight for, I put a clip on so I can change between bomb and feeder. The kind of clip that you'd use, let's say if you were spinning and you're making a trace up, one of them kind of clips. This means you can quickly take a feeder off, put a bomb on, vice versa.
Oh, got fish on. Oh, it's come off. I had no idea what that was. It felt like a roach, to be honest. That was crazy. The wind is, I believe, going down the microphone, so I hope you can hear me. It's been very, very cold weather, very miserable, horrible weather. I always pick the best times to come out. But thank you for watching. If you're new, then if you liked it, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, then keep on watching. Hopefully I might be able to go one more river session before the end of the season, but I can't guarantee it. Me and Dom are working on a lure fishing video together, so hopefully that will be quite good. Once we've done that, we're going to spend quite a bit of time on that. In between, I'm going to do bits and bobs. As soon as the season ends, river season, I'm going to start doing canal fishing. I'm going to move on to targeting bream and roach, and then eventually when the weather starts to warm up, I'll be targeting tench again. So as I say, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys later.